Well, good morning and welcome back to the Pap Laszlo Arena in Budapest. It's the final day of individual competition here at the World Championships. A very good morning to you. We're going to take a look at the two weight categories that are taking place today. These are the super heavyweights. It's the plus 78 kilo category for women and the plus 100 kilo category for men. I'll take a look at the top four seeds and then we'll go through a few of the matchups and their records. Let's start by taking a look at the top four seeds in the plus 78 kilo category for women. And the number one seed is the former Olympic gold medalist and twice world champion, Idalis Ortiz of Cuba. She was silver medalist in 2019, and I think the real thing to look at with Idalis Ortiz is her record against her biggest rivals. The number two seed is Maria Suelen Altman of Brazil, against whom Idalis Ortiz has a 16-0 record. Beaten her 16 times, so doesn't look good for Maria Suelen Altman if they have that head-to-head. As far as Altman of Brazil is concerned, against other competitors, she's got a 5-1 record against her teammate, a number three seed, Beatriz Souza, and a 6-2 record against the number four seed, Maria Slutskaya. Beatriz Souza was fifth in 2019, losing to Kyra Sayet in that bronze medal contest. And as far as Marina Slutskaya is concerned, I said the 2-1 record against Ortiz. She is the bronze medalist from this year's European Championships. Outside of the top four seeds, there are plenty of athletes to look at, including former world champion Asahina Sara of Japan, and there's another Japanese athlete in there as well, Tomita Wakabe. So two Japanese super heavyweights to look out for, and if you know the history of super heavyweight athletes in the women's division, it's normally Japan, China, Cuba, or in recent times we've had a couple of the French athletes doing really well, so look out for them. Outside of that group, Larissa Čerić of Bosnia-Herzegovina, and I would like to see what will happen with Milica Sabic of Serbia, and the reason I say that is that the Serbians have had a really good showing at these World Championships, and a good performance from Sabic today will see her take a place in the Olympic Games. It really has to be a good performance from her if she's going to do something. Right, let's take a look at the top four seeds in the plus 100 kilo category for men. And the number one seed here is Tamerlan Bashaev, representing the RJF. The number two seed is Rafael Silva of Brazil. The number three seed is Kageuro Kokoro of Japan. And the number four seed is Gela Zalishvili of Georgia. I think for all of these countries, all of the four top seeds, you can mention someone else from that country who is a close rival. Tamerlan Bashaev has Inal Tasoyev to deal with, but it's Tamerlan Bashaev who is the current European champion himself, a junior world champion back in 2015. He is 1-1 against Kageuro Kokoro of Japan.
Be ready, last day for the individuals. 3 minutes to go.
Sorry about that. Kageuro Kokoro of Japan. First at the world, it's his first time at the World Championships, and he's probably going to be best remembered for his defeat of Teddy Riner. Number four seed, Gela Zalishvili, he also has a rivalry, and that is with the former world champion Goran Tusishvili. Rafael Silva, the number two seed, he is up against his own demons, if you like, someone else that is giving him a problem in Brazil, David Moura, and he is here today. So there's lots to be looking at in these particular matchups. Rafael Silva, twice an Olympic bronze medalist and 3 times a world medalist. Outside of that group, well, you've got the Olympic bronze medalist from Israel, Or Sasson, Roy Meyer of the Netherlands, my particular favourite, Yahiv Kamo of Ukraine, and there's a real outsider for me in Pool D, Martti Pumalainen of Finland. Now, not a lot of people will have heard of Pumalainen, but he's been showing some real form, and I think that is someone to look out for. Right, I think that has given us a fairly good rundown of who to look out for in the super heavyweights, both male and female. We have 3 mats as usual, and our commentary teams are on mat 1, Loretta Kusat-Doyle. On mat 2, it will be Neil Adams, and on mat 3, it is Dennis van der Geest. We've got a minute before we get underway, time enough for you to gather your thoughts, sit back and enjoy the action.
Judoka and the referees.
Welcome to the Laszlo Papp Sports Arena, the 7th day of judo here at the World Championships. The heavyweights for the men and for the women. My name is Dennis van der Geest. I will be your host on this tatami. The first round, Dragic from Slovenia facing Yusupov from Uzbekistan. Strong left grip from Yusupov, but it's on one side, so then you have to make an attack. You cannot walk too long one-sided.
Next contest, first round for women over 78 kg category. In white jewelry, from Japan.
I've been watching Dragic and Yusupov for a minute, a bit more than a minute now. Yusupov is a fighter from Uzbekistan. I told his coach Iliades, I have the feeling that he can achieve more than he does now. He's a talented judoka, some good techniques, but still only one bronze medal at a Grand Slam and one at a Grand Prix. And sometimes he's winning his fights, but then he makes a mistake and then loses in the end. Left Seonage attempt by Dragic. Shido on the board for Yusupov after these two attempts from the Slovenian. Here is the counter, but fast switch from Dragic. Can he make the sumigeshi or something else now? He has the left hand on the belt. It was Dragic who made an attack, jumped on his knees, but without any control, did not break any balance of Yusupov. So the penalties are equal. 2 yellow dots you see, and they're into golden score. This was also not the best attempt from Dragic, but then again, Yusupov is not doing anything, so, well, that's an easy advantage now for Yusupov. He did not have to do really anything for it. It was just Dragic who jumped on his knees.
Coming
Well, the level of attacks in this fight is not that high. This is, well, then this is also a second Shido for Yusupov. Also jumps on his knees. So the fighters have to do something now. One more penalty and then you lose. Dragic now is looking a bit more dominant. Better body posture at the moment. I think if he makes one good attack. It's again Yusupov with 2 times. Soda to the left. But Iliade screaming out loud, of course. That was a better attempt from Dragic. At least he broke the balance of Yusupov. The Wasari on the board. It was Dragic who jumped in with the right Seonage, and Yusupov, he already tried it a few times, countered him with Tanio Toshi. Dragic doesn't believe it. He jumps in. Well, was this enough? The counter from Yusupov, because he fell flat on his back as well. Wasari is gone and they continue. I think this is a good decision, because you could say something for both fighters. It was Dragic who made the first attack. It was Yusupov who counter-attacked him. And then in the end, they were both on the side. This is more clear. This is Yusupov with his soda. He made a few, and Wasari, well, Dragic now knows that he lost. Again, deep inside, 2 hands on the sleeve, on the side. So Yusupov wins. Well, that wasn't an easy win. That has to be clear. This was the first time that he really got contact with the body of Dragic. Jumped in a few times, but without any success. This was a good one, though. But sometimes you see a throw and then you see a counter, and it's so difficult to make the decision who will for who the score will be. So then maybe it's better to just give nothing. One of the favorites today, Bashayev from the Russian Judo Federation against Heinle from Germany. Bashayev, not the #1 in his country. That's Tazoyev, the reigning world or the reigning European champion. But Bashayev sometimes wins against Tazoyev, and had an excellent 2021. He was the European champion in 2020. I think he won in the final against Tazoyev there, and afterwards a 5th place in Doha at the Masters, lost against Henk Grol for the bronze medal. Classic fight that was. took a lot of minutes. They were fighting each other really hard. In the end, he lost this bronze medal contest, but came back really strong with the silver in Tel Aviv, gold medal in Antalya. And I think the best thing to win a Grand Slam in your home country, he also won the Kazan Grand Slam. So definitely one of the favorites today. I think there are 3 or 4 real strong fighters in the heavyweight that aren't here. And I mentioned him, Tushishvili, the Georgian, Tazoyev, and of course Teddy Riner. And then there's Harasawa, who will go to the Olympics. Today, Kageuro is fighting the other Japanese, the one who beat Teddy Riner in the Paris Grand Slam. But then we also have to be honest that Teddy Riner wasn't in his best shape there. I saw him at the Doha Masters, the start of this year. And that was a completely different athlete than a year before. Sven Heinle is the German heavyweight. They have 2 heavyweights that doing little by little, they're doing it a bit better. Sven Heinle already won 2 Grand Prix. In Marrakesh he was the gold medalist. Winner of 2 bronze medals. No. Yeah, 2 bronze medals, 2 silvers. Never medaled at a Grand Slam or the Masters. And also not at the World Championships. And for him to win a medal today, then there's a big obstacle in his way, and that's Bashayev. But Bashayev is facing a lot of trouble with the German. 2 Shidos on the board, 1 each. And Bashayev normally is really fast with his drop seonages. But the tempo in this fight is quite low. But maybe he feels that there's not so much danger from Sven Heinle, but let's see if that is the right decision here. It was the shoulder throw. So, second penalty for Sven Heinle. Golden score it is. He knows what he has to do. If he continues fighting like this, then he will pick up a 3rd penalty and then the fight will be over. So a bit more effort the German has to give. And that's what he does. He starts with the Uchimata, but so easily counterattacked by Bashayev. Bashayev, the highest ranked today, seeded fighter, of course. He wins his first fight quite easily. I think he did not take any risk. And we will see a better Bashayev later on in this competition. But it was this Uchimata, hopping Uchimata from Sven Heinle, but totally no control of the upper body. You could see how easy Bashayev can break the balance of Heinle and just counter-attack him. Sipoc from Hungary against Dechen from Canada, the next fight. Sipoc, 20 years old. He's the European champion under 23 and also the junior European champion. Talented guy, but every time when I see him fighting, I think, man, maybe you have to go to the gym a little bit more, because I think he lacks power. But a bit of power, that's quite, well, that's the easiest part to get, because you just show up every morning in the weight training class. You cannot train talent, and this is a good first attack from Sipoc. He has the judo talent. Big soda on the right arm of the Canadian. Dangerous attack, in my opinion, every time when the arm is outstretched. They can also give you quite easily, they can give you a penalty for a standing arm lock. But normally this is a throw that you see in the lighter divisions. Well, here you can see he's facing a lot of trouble with the power of Dechen. Good soda though. And throwing up his leg as well. No score. And again the soda. Dechen already for quite a long time in the judo tour. Never made it into the final block. So if you look at the ranking and you think that it would be Sipoc who can be the winner. He throws Dechen for Ippon, but just to be sure, he's holding Dechen for 10 seconds, that he knows for sure that he is the winner. Just let him go. It's over, it's finished. The Hungarian team cheering for him. So a good first win from Sipoc. But the next fight will be against Bashayev. That will be a different story. Well, so it was one motion. They were out of the contest area, but the referee decided, okay, the motion is still going on, so we continue. Nice throw, straight into the newaza. You saw the referee, she fought like Mate or not, but it was a continuation. Orsazon facing Kashibayev from Kazakhstan. Orsazon, bronze medalist in Rio at the Olympics. Used to fight the hundreds, and when he gained his weight, started to fight in the plus 100, did quite well. Still, after the Rio Olympics, his bronze medal, I had the feeling that he could have made more progress in the last few years. Of course, he still, for example, won the Tel Aviv Grand Prix in his own country in 2020, won the Budapest Grand Prix in 2019. This year, I saw him at the Europeans, 5th place there, and in the Doha Masters, his own Grand Slam in Tel Aviv, he did not medal. Talented heavyweight for sure. 2 Shidos already on the board for the Kazakh Kashibayev, so he's already in trouble. Uchimata attempt. Left to Uchimata. Sazon controlling the lapel and the sleeve as well. He's in the good position, just waiting. If Kasabayev does something, he does something, and he's just waiting for the referee to call Mate. They will pick up a penalty both, but again Kasabayev at least tries something with his left Uchimata. So that made it change. It's Sazon now also a penalty on the board. If he just did a little bit extra, this fight would be over. Left to Uchimata again. On the belt. Yeah, a bit of this is pushing from Sazon straight into Uchimata again from Kashibayev. Sazon is trying to steal this fight. And let's see what the referee decides. Another penalty for Sazon. He's just giving this fight away, in my opinion. One more Uchimata from Kasibayev. And well, that was the shoulder throw from Sazon. This used to be his strongest attacks. He could throw people with this right to left seonage. But it does not have the power anymore that it had a few years ago. It's a golden score.
Tatami 3, next contest, second round for women over 78 kilogram category. In white jewelry, representing Team
And again the shoulder throw. I don't know why Kasibayev not just put in the leg. Why not? Small chance of countering for Sazon. But if Kasibayev just keeps the gap, places the left arm, throws in one more Uchimatas, then it's over. And he can do this. He just hooks in the leg. Maybe do it again. Why not? Sazon is not doing anything. How can you give away a fight like this? So one more chance for the Israeli to fight himself back. Again, the Uchimata. Over. Kasibayev wins. And Sazon, who was leading, there was no trouble for him, just absolutely gave it away. Didn't do anything for the last few minutes. You saw Kasibayev every time just launching this left Uchimatas. That was enough to give Sazon, after 2 penalties for the Kazakh, to give Sazon 3 penalties in a row. Well, so it's Sazon, the bronze medalist at the Olympics. He's out. And Kasibayev will be facing Sarnacki from Poland or Rachimov from Tajikistan. Rachimov thought his junior career under 100. And made the switch to the heavyweights in 2018. 7th place in Baku at the World Championships. Medaled in Marrakesh at the Grand Prix. And this year he also was close to a medal in Tashkent and in Antalya with a 5th place. You can see that he's one of the lighter fighters, but he has some good judo. Oh, well. Nice Wazari scored there. Good Ashiwaza. Look at the left foot. Perfectly timed. 2 hands on the sleeve. Or no, he had the left hand on the lapel, and so from out of the left stance, he used his left leg really fast with this foot sweep. And it's Sarnacki who has to do something. Wazari down. Uchimata, yes. Good win from Rachimov. Still quite young, not that long in the heavyweight, and well, he has it in his body. He knows how to do the judo. He has the grip strong. This was the first Wazari. Good foot sweep. And then the Uchimata, left Uchimata, hopping Uchimata. Good drive with his left arm. Pushing the Polish fighter down with the left arm. There's the push. 2 Wazaris. Rachimov, he's the winner. Zalishvili from Georgia against Nadaye from Senegal. Zalishvili, well, definitely a guy to watch. He was the Tbilisi and Tel Aviv gold medalist. I did not see that so often. One of the biggest fighters in this category is Rafael Silva from Brazil. And Zalishvili, he was the one who threw him for Ippon. Well, that's definitely something that doesn't happen so often. But Zalishvili did it. And of course, the #1 in Georgia is Tushishvili, the former world champion. He's not competing, but Zalishvili from the beginning said, I want to be the #1, and I think I'm better. And what will happen if he will win the gold medal today? If you look at the roster, it's possible. But then first he has to win from Nadaye from Senegal. In 2018, Zalishvili was the world champion for juniors. Well, Wazari on the board for Nadaye, and he's in the hold down. So Zalishvili, big trouble now. Can he hold him for 10 seconds? No, he's out. So he's still alive. And I've seen Nadaye before, this is not an easy man to beat. Look at this counter. With this throw, Salashvili through Rafael Silva, this big attack. But it was Nadaye who did not want to fall. He countered him. 2 minutes on the board. Shido for Salashvili, Wazari for Nadaye. Can Salashvili turn this fight to his favor? The shoulder throw. Wazari for Salashvili. Okay, so he's back in the fight. How close was Salashvili by the loss in the first round? Wazari down, and he was 6 or 7 seconds in the hold down. And he's counterattacked again, but maybe just enough. The elbow out. Great fight from Nadaye here. And Salashvili is facing a lot of trouble. The referee tells the coach from Nadaye to leave. You can coach, but only during mate. If Nadaye just puts 2 hands on Salashvili, then Wazari on the board. It's Salashvili who wins. But this was one of the strangest fights I know for sure that I will see today. Because it could also go completely the other way around. You saw Salashvili wanted to throw him to the right side, felt the danger that he was counter-attacked, and quite quickly turned around. But Nadaye made a brilliant score here. Thank you. Afterwards, the Sode from Salashvili. And the final score. Look at this. He wants to lift him over his head. Nadaye hooks in the right leg. Quite close for a loss for the Georgian. Allerstorfer from Austria. Marinic from Slovenia. Allerstorfer. Funny story. My kids, they're also into judo. They're a fan of him. They always ask me, because, of course, Allerstorfer is not the man, in my opinion, who will win the World Championships. But he always goes for it. Always wants to fight. So they always ask me, like, what did Allerstorfer do? So, at this moment, he's fighting Marinic from Slovenia. And let's see if he can win a fight here at the World Championships. Not that he did not win any medals. 5 medals at Grand Prix. 4 times bronze, 1 time a silver. But never close to the final block at a World Championship. For Marinic, this is his first World Championship for seniors. Bronze medal he won in 2017, but that was with the juniors. Oh, totally missed the leg of Allerstorfer. Jumped in with the left Uchimata. Big chance there for Allerstorfer to counter him with a Haragoshi or something. Change of direction from Marinic to the right side. This two hands of Marinic in the neck of Allerstorfer. Yes, well, picks up a penalty for that. It's a second penalty. Those are the penalties that you don't want to get, because you can change your grip just for a second, grab him somewhere else, get back into this grip. It's just a mistake you make yourself. You know, when you're non-attacking or they give you a penalty for a false attack because the other one is chasing you and you're in trouble, that I can understand. And now he grabbed the same way but directly made an attack, so that's okay. But it's just small things like that that can give you the win or the loss. And that is a big throw from Right to right. It was Marinic who wanted to make a change, lifted his leg, and that was directly the moment Allerstorfer made this big Haragoshi. So it's Allerstorfer against Zalishvili later on. Good win from the Austrian. I did not understand what Marinic did with his left leg, but that was the perfect timing from Allerstorfer. Yeah, well, big Haragoshi here. Roy Meijer from the Netherlands. Dubreta from Montenegro. Can he roll him over? Again, I see a fighter putting the hand in the belt. It wouldn't be strange when after the Olympics they cannot change anything anymore, that they will say that it's not allowed. I don't understand why people are doing it. Just grab the belt. This is a good score from Roy Meijer. Epon Dubreta out. Good Uchimata. He's not the tallest heavyweight, but with this great drive from the upper body of Dubreta, it was Meijer who starts this World Championship in an excellent way. But to finish the story about the technique with the arm, you can hurt your wrist. And I think yesterday I saw Adamian doing it. And it took him a while when he was in danger to get the arm also out again. So, in my opinion, not the technique that really gives you the extra. Good right Uchimata on the double lapel grip. It's Rafael Silva against Andy Granda. I think Oltiboyev, he had a bye, so he will be facing Meijer later on. So this is definitely one of the biggest and the heaviest fighters in this category. Rafael Silva. What a mountain it is. And also a mountain with a lot of medals. Won 2 bronze medals at the Olympics, a silver and 2 bronzes at the World Championship. Andy Granda on the other side is not one of the tallest heavyweights, but strong and very explosive with his throws. He can make hip throws or shoulder throws. I've seen him doing it sometimes really fast, like a lightweight. Throws the big guys. But this man is really big, and Silva throws in the right leg with the Uchimata. So it's Granda already, 2 Shidos on the board. And again, the Uchimata. It's not that often that Silva speeds up in a fight. Normally he's like standing quite straight, always standing really in a good posture. It's difficult to throw this man, of course. And then just in time, he throws in his right leg. So he will do it one more time for sure. He can do this without a lot of risk. That most of the time gives him the win in fights. Sometimes, I don't know what happens then, but maybe he gets a bit frustrated or a bit angry. And then he speeds up with his big heavy body. He starts to make more attacks, stronger in his grips. And then I know for sure you'll be facing trouble, because it's real difficult to get this man into a position that you can throw in. Well, that's the game plan. We've seen it so many times. It's Rafael Silva who wins against Granda. Just doing enough. If this man stands with a strong body posture, it's almost impossible to make a good attack against this man. And then he can throw in his right leg whenever he wants. This Uchimata, also quite flexible for a big man like this. Kim from Korea, Yusupov from Uzbekistan. Oh, strong. That was a moment where there was so much power in between these two. It was Kim who made the attack to the front. Yusupov wanted to counter-attack him straight on his back with the Tani Otoshi. Kim made the switch. In the end, nothing happened, no score. But this strong, dominant right position from Kim, and the way Yusupov is fighting, Yusupov loves to counter-attack Kim. If Kim will drop in this Uchimata again, then Yusupov will absolutely try to roll him over. This man is 33 now, Kim. We've seen him already for a long, long time. 5 times Grand Slam winner. But 5th place at the Olympics, 5th place at the World Championships, and 5th place at the Masters. But this is a great start for Kim here at this World Championship. Throwing Yusupov in the trick that Yusupov wanted to do. Now it was Yusupov who tried his left hip throw. But the hook with the right leg on both legs of Yusupov. Tani Otoshi straight to the back. It's Kim from Korea. Yusupov, he's out. Kim will be facing Silva from Brazil. Look at the hook with the right leg. So both legs are hooked away. Strong body contact, strong control of the upper body of the Uzbek. Well, talking about big blokes, we have one here. Well, they both are quite big, but Simeonescu, he really is a big man. And Kamo from the Ukraine. Kamo also for me a fighter that I saw a few years ago and I thought this could be a new champion. But still not really made the step to the absolute top. Simeonescu, he has the biggest Uranage in the whole world tour. If you just stand close to this man and he managed to lift you, you don't know what's happening. But because everybody knows this, there's not a single judoka that will come close to him that easily, because they know that they're in danger then. Ouchigari attempt from Kamo. He felt that Simeonescu was trying to get a grip on his back, trying to launch the Uranage, and he directly attacked with the Ouchigari. Oh, well.
Representing Japan,
There's the switch. Wasari on the board for Kama, straight into the hold down. Let's see if Simeonescu can roll him over. Yes. Can he get out of this situation? No, he can't. Of course, there you saw a glimpse of the strength of Simeonescu. Almost bench pressed Kamo out of the Newaza, out of the Osaikomi. But Kamo directly changed the direction. Already Wasari on the board, so he just needed to hold Simeonescu on the floor for 10 seconds. That's what he did. It's Kamo, the winner. Heiji from Austria, Ulci Bayar from Mongolia. Ulci Bayar, in 2018, he was a bronze medalist at the World Championships in Baku, former junior world champion. And after that, well, not so much we've seen from him. At least I saw him compete a few times. Also this year I saw him in Tashkent and in Tbilisi. I saw him at the Doha Masters. But without even getting close to a medal. Heiji, he was the silver medalist at the Junior Worlds, lost his final against Salashvili, the Georgian, who is fighting also today, of course. Won his first fight, hard first fight. If you didn't see it, it's fun to watch it. One time, Salashvili against Nadaye from Senegal. That is the Tokiwaza, the favorite technique from Heiji, this left Taetoshi.
Tatami 1, 5 minutes to go.
Heiji won a bronze medal this year in Antalya. A heavyweight with a bit of potential. He is capable of throwing big guys with his left throw, but well, that's what I said. The left Taetoshi from Heiji, that's his best score. Well, this is not Saikomi anymore. So you can see that he's capable of throwing the big guys, jumps in. Good steering wheel with the left arm and the pull with the right arm. Very good technique. But now, yes, that's a better solution. The left arm, well, if he just walks out. So these are things that I cannot understand. You have all the time to rotate to the left or to the right. He just walks out of the area. And of course he picks up a penalty for this. Now he places his left arm way more better than before. It's Ulci Bayar who tries to get this grip, of course, the right arm on the back of Heiji. Uchimata attempt by the Mongolian. straight into the katakuruma on the other side. But if I look at the way Heiji is fighting, it's a bit too static. I don't see an attack or a throw to the backside or to the other side. So really strong Taitoshi. Well, and here it is again. The Taitoshi, that's not the problem. That's a good score. And this is definitely a guy who can gain some... who can win more medals in the future. If he managed to, well, make the amount of attacks he can make. To make it a little bit bigger. But this is a good win for him. Ulci Bayar, the former bronze medalist at the World Championship. He threw him 2 times with his Taitoshi. And he's in the next round against Kamo from the Ukraine. I like the speed of it, the jump. It's like, it's not a 3. It's not that he makes 3 steps, only 2. Uchimata there. Straight countered him with the Taitoshi. 2 really good throws from Heiji into the next round. Now, next to Bashayev, Salishvili maybe, this is another potential new world champion, Kageura from Japan. Not the one who will be fighting the Olympics, that's Harasawa. But Kageura is a really talented judoka, very fast with his left leg. Good ashiwaza, good foot sweeps. And nice Uchimata as well here against Martin from the United States of America. The only thing, in my opinion, Kageura really misses is power. He's not the strongest, I think. Never fought him, of course, but if you come close to him on the right-hand side, every time you come in front with the right foot, then he's so dangerous when he attacks this side. Just rolling Martin over. He has the control with both arms. This is the Osaikomi. Fast change with the left leg to the outside. So it's more and more difficult now. He brings the leg back again. Well, Martin is not doing anything anymore. He feels that this... Well, at least you can try something. No, it's Kageura who wins his second round with this hold down. So good start for the Japanese.
It's time for the first quarter-final for women for 70 kilos. Tatami 2, next contest, second round, men over 100 kilos. In white jury, for the Netherlands, your strikers, Igu, representing Kyrgyzstan, Yuri Kragovetsky.
It's Kragovetsky from Kyrgyzstan against Jur Spijkers from the Netherlands. Spijkers, he made some progress this year with a bronze medal in Tel Aviv. That was his first Grand Slam medal. Well, that was a bit too easy to claim this Of course, it was Spijkers who jumped in with the shoulder throw. Yes, well, they're going to watch it, the video referee. Sometimes the scores are given like this. If you want to counterattack your opponent, then you're always in danger when you fall flat on your back yourself. That's what Krakowiecki did. But there was absolutely no control anymore from the Dutch guy. Strong start though. Now Krakowiecki is controlling the sleeve. Spijkers has to move for a big guy. He has a strong Ouchigari, but also a real strong shoulder throw, deep shoulder throw. There it is. The first Shido on the board for Krakowiecki, and the right decision in my opinion. It was a few good attacks from the Dutchman. So it's Spijkers who loves to have the left hand on the lapel of Krakowiecki, and then he can jump in with his right seonages. And until now, Krakowiecki just needs too much time to make an attack. Spijkers is the one who's just moving around. But he has to look out for this counter from Krakowiecki. If he jumps on his knees with the shoulder throw, that's the moment that the fighter from Kyrgyzstan knows how to counter-attack, putting a big arm on your back and then roll you over. There are two Dutchmen fighting today, Jur Spijkers and Roy Meijer. Well, Spijkers just walks out of the area. Well, the number one in Holland, Henk Grol, he will be fighting at the Olympics in a few weeks. It's a strange situation, of course, with two of these really big tournaments in a very short time. That's why we, in some of the categories, we don't see the best fighters. They decided to prepare for the Olympics. In this category, for example, Teddy Riner from France, but he's not competing for a few years already at the World Championship. So that we already knew, but also Tasayev from Russia and Tushishvili. Oh, this is a good seonage, right seonage from Spijkers, and into the hold down. Krakowiecki, you can see that he's not even trying to get on his front. He just gives up. Strong performance by the Dutchman. This shoulder throw of Spijkers, for a big man like he is, I don't know how much he weighs, maybe 130 or something, and jumps underneath really fast. So good win from Spijkers. Well, his next round, that will be not an easy one. Good on one side, two hands on the lapel. Not even controlling the sleeve. The elbow in. Good push afterwards. And straight into the hold down. He was thinking like, yeah, what to do with his right arm. Well, just place it there. Doesn't matter. Kragovitsky is not even trying to get out of this situation. He just gave up. It's spikers against Kagerura from Japan. But we will be seeing that later on. Now, the second Brazilian that is fighting today, Rafael Silva, in my opinion, by far the number one in Brazil. David Moura. Really technical fighter though. Big Uchimata he has. But it's Erdogan with his strong right grip. I saw Erdogan fighting this year. And sometimes you see a fighter, he's not a fighter who won the big medals. But you can see that this is a guy that you don't want to fight first round. Strong man. Left or right Seonage from Moura. Out of the left stance. Switch to the other side. Very fast. So the left arm on the lapel. The other one quickly grabs the sleeve and he jumps underneath. Wazari on the board for David Moura. That's what I said. David Moura, technical, really good judoka. But this was a good attempt by Erdogan. Now in the Newaza, can David Moura roll him over? No. Good defense by the Turkish. Still David Moura has to look out for this big hip throw because it's way too easy for Erdogan to place his right arm every time. Now this is a bit better from David Moura, this left hand on the lapel. But when Erdogan wants to, there it is. Then it's a bit too easy. Small chance for Erdogan to counter-attack the Brazilian there. If you fight Erdogan, one thing's for sure, you have to place this left arm and keep the gap as big as possible, because when this man is on your back, then he's dangerous. Slowly he was trying to get the belt. You can grab the belt, that's not a problem. You can use the belt for your pulling power when you make the hip throw. You cannot walk around grabbing the belt for too long. If you have it, you have to launch an attack in a few seconds. First penalty on the board for David Moura. Uchimata attempt. Again, the Uchimata. Well, now David Moura has to fight himself out of this situation. I don't understand why he's not doing this. He's just waiting so long. Maybe the throw of the Turkish fighter is not that good that he feels safe, but I would never take the risk. Time is ticking away though, 20 seconds. Few more seconds, one more chance for Erdogan to do something about this score. There was Ari still for Moura. Time's ticking away. That was the shoulder throw on the left side. First time we saw that in this contest, but with 2 seconds on the board. We can almost say for sure that it's David Moura who wins. Ali from Pakistan, Puumalainen from Finland, and he finishes this fight quite fast because it's Wasari on the board for the finish, and 10 seconds it's over. First attack left Seoinage quite fast. And this guy, Puumalainen, I saw him fight in Tashkent, and this man was one of the few people that threw Rafael Silva with a big shoulder throw. What he directly showed us in this fight as well, but so I don't know this guy quite good, but it looks like he's a talent from Finland. Who's a talent also is Bashayev, of course, from the Russian Judo Federation. He's in his third round against Sipoc from Hungary. Sipoc, I just said before, talented fighter, but you can see that he still lacks a bit of power. But he has some good throws. Bashayev, of course, is a man who already had a lot of results. European champion, for example. Not this year, but the year before. The Shido on the board for the Hungarian. Good foot sweep there. The left leg from Sipoc. That's the soda from Bashayev. He totally missed the legs of Sipoc. Not even close, but pushed on, pushed on, pushed on. And that made it a good attack. It's Bashayev who controls the left arm of now Sipoc has the grip he wants. And strong attempt there from the Hungarian. The people are loving this. Look, the hand on the belt. Big hip throw. There was no chance of Bashayev to counter him. And that's something that Bashayev can do. Again, a good attempt from Sipoc. It wouldn't be a shame if they would give Bashayev a penalty as well. I think this first penalty and the only penalty in this fight at the moment for Sipoc doesn't give the right idea about the fight until now. Bashayev, can he jump underneath with his seonage? He's making the space for it, waiting for it. Pushes him in the side so he knows that Sipoc will approach him. Again, it's Sipoc who tries to make an attack. Yes, that equals the score. Shido for Bashayev. Four minutes are gone. We're into golden score. There are two Shidos on the board. One for Bashayev, one for Sipoc. Of course, the crowd inside the venue, they're cheering for their Hungarian favorite, Sipoc. But can he grab the back of Bashayev once more? Bashayev now all the time is controlling well. This is a big trouble, yeah. It was Bashayev who strangled Sipoc. It was Sipoc who tried to make the attack, but already when he was on his knees, the lapel was completely under his chin. This was like a birthday present for Bashayev. He didn't have to do so much to strangle his opponent. It's Bashayev in the quarterfinal. Look, here's the attack, but it's already under. And Sipoc was waiting way too long. He already could have felt that he was in trouble. Yeah, that's too late. That's too late. Also well executed by Bashayev. If it wasn't the strangle, then it would be the hold down as well. Here it's already under. There was a small chance for the Hungarian to roll out of this situation, the other side, but he rolled just straight into the strangle. Bashayev, he's in the quarterfinal. And will it be Kazibayev, who won against Sazon, or Rakhimov from Tajikistan? We will see it in a few minutes. They're cleaning the mat.
Next contest then, on mat number 2. Kazibayev, Kazakhstan up against Rakhimov. Left-handed fighter. Third round here and Shido there for Kazabayev. Beautiful stance there, Rakimov, just a very upright stance, controlling the head, looking for the Uchimata here. Woo. Wow, that didn't look very good, didn't it? Did it on the legs there? We see it happen in ladies' divisions, don't we, sometimes, and they're a little bit more pliable than the guys. Left to left. One Shido on the board here, and Rakimov needs to use his range here. It's there. Soda Makikomi, and Kazabayev is trying for the counter. That's what he's waiting for. And that's why he's getting the passive against him. Can't just wait. It's not a waiting game, not with the rules as they are at the moment. Katabayev is going to have to put something in here. He's just about to get a second penalty. Well, those aren't proper attacks. There's a proper attack. Good attack there. Katabayev there just gets himself out of trouble. Snaps the grip off. Kazabayev now looking for the way in. He's got to commit though, but every time he does, of course, well, I was going to say Rakimov is the one that's looking to commit, but every time he does, that's going to be a second penalty. He needs to let him get it. But he just dropped down there on his hands and knees. It gets the second Shido up there. So Rakimov now doesn't need to do anything silly and just pile on the pressure with the attacks. This to get through to the quarterfinals. Ochigari. Good stance. Kazabayev there having a real problem to initiate any kind of throw. That's going to be a Wazari. Wazari directly into the hold down. Yushiro Kasakatami there just needs to hold for 10 seconds. So Rakimov just needed to wait for the right moment. The right moment came. I'm going to hand you back over now, Dennis van der Geest.
It's Zalashvili from Georgia, Allerstorfer from Austria. Third round, Zalashvili, one of the favorites today. Penalty for both of the fighters. One of the stronger attacks from the Georgian is on the right side. Searching for it. Until now, it's Allerstorfer who has a good grip on the lapel of the Georgian, using his feet. Makikomi attempt on the belt. Here's the Makikomi, but no control of the elbow or the shoulder. It was only on the wrist of Allerstorfer, so that was quite easy for the Austrian fighter to defend. I think that was a big chance for Allerstorfer. Zalashvili really jumped into him to place the right arm on the back of the Austrian, but he's really dangerous with his feet because Zalashvili is completely focused on the gripping from the upper body. It's Allerstorfer who gets the chance to unbalance him with his feet. Two minutes gone. Allerstorfer is doing a great job. Well, second penalty for Allerstorfer. The foot sweep, that was the best attack, in my opinion, in this period. Two hands. Zalashvili in complete defense. It's Allerstorfer. Well, he's not even really pulling. This is the second Judo for Zalashvili. It has to be. So, if Allerstorfer can put the same amount of pressure on him again. Now Zalashvili has the grip he wants. Can he launch the right attack? Ouchigari, yeah, change from Zalashvili. It's Ippon, it's over. It's Zalashvili who wins. If Allerstorfer did this a bit more tactical, he could have won this fight, in my opinion. And you can see Zalashvili, the first few minutes, he's quite strong. But then, after 2 or 3 minutes, he's not that fit anymore. And you have chances if you start moving against this strong Georgian. But in the end, he won. When the second penalty came up, he shifted gear. Well, you're asking for trouble, in my opinion, if you pull in the Ouchigari. without a strong control of the upper body, because the Georgians, of course, they know how to counter-attack you in that situation. Roy Meijer, Olteboyev. Roy Meijer in the white judo gi for the Netherlands, Olteboyev for Uzbekistan. Two hands on the lapel, Roy Meijer. Pulling his opponent down. And out of that situation, he opens up and then he throws his favorite techniques in. Better game plan from Roy Meijer than I saw in the last few competitions he was. Where he started this first 23rd seconds, 20, half a minute, sometimes almost in a kickboxing way. And then after 30 seconds, he already was a bit tired. Now he starts a bit easier against Olteboyev. And this is a good attack from Roy Meijer. Because of the camera position, it was not easy for me to see if it was close to a score. There's no score given. Yes, the Wazari is there. Wazari for Roy Meijer. So it's Olteboyev who has to change his tactics and maybe taking a little bit more risk to throw the Dutchman. 3 Seonages on the left side, but without any rotation, the hips so far away from Roy Meijer. With this really slow tempo, you want to know if Olteboyev knows that there's a Wazari on the board for Roy Meijer. He's the one who has to do something more. Now he has a strong grip. Roy Meijer just walks out of the contest area, so that will be a penalty. Uchimada again, yes. Second score for Roy Meijer. He's in the quarterfinal against Salishvili. And after his bronze medal in 2019 at the World Championships, again for him, a good chance to get into the final block. First, of course, the quarterfinal against Salishvili, who's not looking in a great form, in my opinion. Rafael Silva, Kim from Korea. Silva has the lapel and the other hand in the neck of Kim. Kim loves this way of fighting as well. Because the left leg of Kim is far away, it's quite difficult for Rafael Silva to throw in his Uchimata. Kim, winner of many medals at the World Tour. Not at the Olympic Games or the World Champions though, 2 5th places there. Rafael Silva, bronze medalist 2 times at the Olympics. And silver and 2 bronzes at the World Championships. Kim one-sided, then you have to attack. Well, that was a good attempt on the right side, shoulder throw, but there he didn't have... this is too easy to give him a second penalty for this. First he had a good attack with the right Osotagari, the leg throw, jumped in with the shoulder throw. But Silva is so massive that it's not a false attack, it's a failed attack. If you jump underneath, you just misses the grip. But this is how Silva wants it. He knows one more penalty for the Korean and then he will be in the quarterfinal. If they're just waiting like this, what Silva's plan is for sure, then Kim will get a 3rd penalty. There's Uchimata, and it's Ippon scored by Silva. It was the first time that he could get his leg in between, and when the lift of his leg, it's quite flexible for a big man like he is. It was Kim who could not defend anymore. Silva, he wins. And he is in the quarterfinal. And he will be facing Gamo from the Ukraine or Heiji from Austria. This hopping Uchimata from Silva. 2 hands on the lapels and then his body weight, everything all together. It's really difficult to stay on your feet. Kim didn't manage. He fell flat on his back. Ippon has scored. So who will be his opponent? Will it be Kamo from the Ukraine or Heiji from Austria? Oh, big throw there from Kamo. What a shoulder throw it was. Well, I said it before, this man, he has the talent. I don't know why he did not already made his next step to the highest level, because he has it in his body, the judo, the strength. And he's in the quarterfinal. Right hand on the lapel, just standing shoulder throw. How many times do you see this in heavyweight judo? Just enough lift. You saw Heiji try to put his left foot on the tatami again to prevent the score. Good close-up this was. Kageura from Japan against Jur Spijkers from the Netherlands. Kageura, for me, one of the favorites today. But Spijkers showed some good judo in the start of his first fight. Last time they fought each other was in Budapest at the Grand Prix. And it was Kageura who won that fight. Inoue, the big champion from Japan, as a coach. Spijkers, can he roll him over? Kageura rolled out of the situation quite good. I think the most important tactical plan in this fight will be the left hand of Kageura. He wants to have this left hand on the lapel of Spijkers. And that's what the Spijkers try to kill every time. And shoulder throw again. So 2 minutes in the fight, no penalties were given. Few good attempts from Spijkers. And here Kageura jumped underneath again with the shoulder throw. Well, Spijkers had to, I think Kageura has a little bit of blood in his mouth. The referee checks it. Spijkers just had to do something against this shoulder throw. Not much, but a little. That's why it was not a false attack. Well, you can see that Kagauro, he has the trouble of unleashing the grip from your Spijkers. You can see that your Spijkers is only watching this left arm. And he kills it quite easy, though. Oh, this was a good attack to the other side. A few good attempts now from Kageura. So if they want to make the change, if they want to show something, then Spijkers is close to a penalty. But again, a good attack from Spijkers. Right to Chimata, but he also knows that Kageura loves the right to Chimata, the counter attack. That's the way he won against Teddy Riner in Paris. Teddy Riner jumped in with Piku Chimata, but it was countered by Kageuro. Good shoulder throw again from Spijkers. The Shido now for Kageura. And this last attempt from Spijkers was one of the best attacks in this third round. Now he has the hand. It's getting more and more difficult for Spijkers to break the grip of Kageura. Golden score, 4 minutes are gone. Anything is possible in this fight. Can Kageuro place his left hand on the lapel of Spijkers? Shoulder throw again. It's getting more and more difficult for Spijkers to stay in his tactical plan. You can see it. That's not strange after 4.5 minutes of fighting. Now he has the sleeve again. On one side, the Japanese jumps in with the Seonage. Well, I think it was enough, because it wasn't a complete failed attack. Shoulder throw, good shoulder throw there by Spijkers. Oh, Chigari, but the elbow was out. But again, a good attack from the Dutchman. Oh, the elbow, the elbow. This, no, your Spijkers is in trouble. He's in trouble. Can he get the arm out? The arm lock is there. He's stepping out. Ippon for Kageura. Kageura, I'm sorry, but well, you could see when they were on the ground that Kageura immediately had the grip, the control of the elbow of Spijkers. And it was getting more and more into the favorite of Kageura that Spijkers could not fight his left arm anymore. So it's Kageura. Deep Seonage on one side. Here he has the arm. Complete control. The arm is out. A bit too easy in my opinion. But Spijkers tries to roll out of this situation. But the arm lock. Well, in this close-up you could see the thumb inside of the judo gi, but well, the rest is really, really good. So it's Kageura who's in the quarterfinal against David Moura or Puumalainen. Puumalainen, who showed us a brilliant technique in his first round. Puumalainen, for me, great judoka to watch, because he was the guy who threw Rafael Silva, the big Brazilian, with the shoulder throw at a Grand Slam. There's the shoulder throw again. Wazari on the board for the Finnish fighter, straight into the hold down. But David Moura escapes after 3 seconds. But here it was again, the shoulder throw. Can David Moura roll him over? Yes, he can. Now it's important. Can he break the... Puumalainen out, rolled out. I like this combination. First the grab in the neck of David Moura, then changed it to a classical Ippon Seonage on one side. Good score. And again a good score from the Finnish fighter. 2 Wazaris. That was way too easy. David Moura just made this attack, but not with the determination you need. Puumalainen from Finland. He is in the quarterfinal against Kageura. And I don't know what this man is doing the last time, but he's getting better and better. This was a good score, 2 good scores for Puumalainen. He's in his quarterfinal. For sure he will make 2 more fights. One will be against Kageura, and then let's see what is in store for him. Bashayev and Rakhimov. They're going to decide who will be in the semi-final. Both fighters pick up a penalty after a minute in the contest. Strong grip here from Rakhimov. Oh! Well, what was that? Strong attack from Rakhimov. Both hands on the side or on the back, on the belt. But look at the change that Bashayev made. It was Rakhimov who fell on his side in the end, but there was not control anymore from Bashayev. So I think the right decision not to give a score. But this Rakhimov is dangerous, and Bashayev, if you think you're throwing him, then he's still dangerous. But Rakhimov again, good attack by the Tajikistan fighter. Oh, big shoulder throw there from Bashayev. But countered. He did it again. Rakhimov was waiting for it. No control. Otherwise it would have been a score. But Bashayev turned in so deep. Oh, yes. That's the Wazari for Bashayev. What a lift. You could see Rakhimov, the hand on the back, on the belt. And out of that situation, it's Bashayev who makes the big lift. Look where it comes from. And then the change to the side. So Bashayev in the lead. Rakhimov tries to get the left arm, trying to make the gap as close, as small as possible. But Bashayev knows it. He's controlling with the right arm on the lapel, pushing it out. Time ticking away for Rakhimov. Uchimata. Oh, and this was close. But he did not have enough contact. This man is dangerous. Bashayev in trouble now. Well, this will be a second penalty, and he can have it. Will they give the second penalty? Yes, they will. 16 seconds to go. One more chance for Rachimov. Uchimata again. Bashayev into the Newaza. 4 seconds, 4 seconds. Bashayev. He's not going to give this away anymore. Shoulder throw. Yes, it's Bashayev in the semi-final. Great fight it was. Rachimov, very dangerous fighter. Had a few chances of scoring himself, but it was the lift and the Urinage from Bashayev that gave him the Wazari. So he's in the semi-final, the first name in the semi-final in the heavyweight category. And he will be in the semi-final against Salishvili from Georgia or Roy Meijer from the Netherlands. Salishvili from Georgia, Roy Meijer from the Netherlands. Quarterfinal heavyweights. Shoulder throw from Roy Meijer on the right side. Four times they fought each other, and it was 4 times Zalishvili who was the winner. Few times Roy Meijer was quite close, in my opinion, but in the end it was always the Georgian who won it. But Roy Meijer's looking quite strong today, and Zalishvili, well, he's a strange fighter. You never know. He can launch the biggest attacks out of nothing. Roy Meijer's looking for the Seonage again. Now 2 hands on the lapel. Zalishvili was a strong grip. Both pick up a Shido. Oh, the best attack was from Roy Meijer, but that was already some time ago. Uchimata. The arm lock. I know that Roy Meijer is capable of doing this, but Zalishvili rolls out of the situation quite fast. Again, Roy Meijer's trying to roll him over. Referee says mate. 1:35 on the clock. Is it underneath? It is underneath. It is underneath. Roy Meijer in trouble here. Can Zalishvili? Can he make? Well, no, it's really. Well, I think it was underneath. I think Roy Meijer, is he still there? The Georgian doctor approaches him. But it's Ippon for Zalishvili. He was out. It's Zalishvili who wins against Roy Meijer. Roy Meijer jumped in with the shoulder throw, but you could see directly that the lapel was under the chin. Here it is. Left arm also. Roy Meijer, of course, he wanted to show the referee that it was Mate. Now he's into trouble. And then you will see he's still on his knees. I think he's out now. Underneath. Good Newaza from Zalishvili though. Never let him go. Continues. I did not see him tapping out, but in my opinion, I don't know for sure, but I think he was out for a few seconds or a very short moment. And then it's Ippon. There was not a chance for him to get out of this situation anymore. We will see Roy Meijer later on in the repechage. It's Bashayev and Zalishvili in the semifinals. Silva against Camo. Camo showed us standing Ippon Seoinage in the heavyweights in this fight against Heiji from Austria. Well, if he can make a standing Seoinage against Rafael Silva, then I think he will get an extra prize for throw of the tournament. Two Shidos on the board. Camo just needs to pull Silva around. Just move with this man. But that's quite easy to say as a commentator here, sitting on a chair. I've fought opponents like this who were 170, maybe 180 kilos. I don't know the weight of Silva. The Uchimata from Silva. And he's tactical, also strong. He's the calculator. He knows Shido. Throw in a few times my Uchimata. Another Shido on the board. Kill the match again and win. But he's facing difficulties with his right arm. It's Camo every time that has good control of the sleeve, jumping in with the shoulder throw. Now Rafael Silva has the grip he wants, the double lapel grip. And he will go for the Uchimata. Camo, of course, knows it. Camo changing from left to right stance. So Silva wants to make the right Uchimata. Camo will have the left arm on the back of Silva. the double lapel grip of Silva. Now, can Kamo get close to his opponent? There's Tsuchimata again. The referee asks the coach from Kamo to quiet down a little bit. Big Makikomi attempt on the right side from Kamo. Will it be a difference in penalties? What will happen if Silva picks up his second penalty? I'm waiting for Silva, his right attacks, but there it is to Uchimata, the hopping Uchimata, close. Oh. They're wearing each other out. 16 seconds to go. Golden score it is. Both players, one penalty. The heavy body of Silva on top of Kamo. He has a strangle on. He has the strangle on. Yes, it's Rafael Silva who strangled Kamo. And he's in the semi-final. Silva on top of Kamo. And while we were waiting for his leg to come out to try to make the Osai Komi, it was Rafael Silva who had a completely different plan, because he had the strangle, and then with his heavy body on top of you, you're in trouble. So the attack from Kamo. We cannot see the strangle. It's from the other side. It's not about the leg anymore, but here it is, the strangle. And you know, it's not that much, you know. It's the right arm of Rafael Silva on the neck of Kamo, and then this push with this really heavy weight all the time on your neck. That was enough to tap out. Silva in the semi-final against Kageuro, or for me the revelation today, Pummelainen with his really strong seonages. This is definitely a man to watch. Well, it's just Kageura walking out of the contest area. So a penalty for sure. Pummelainen pushing forward. Direct approach to the Japanese. Shoulder throw as well. Change, Ojigari. Kageura knows that he has to hold his left elbow really low. When he opens up on the left side, Puimalainen can throw in the Sreonage. That's why you see the elbow of Kageura on the left side every time really low. If Puimalainen wants to make the left Seonage now, he has to make such a big turn. Now he has the chance for it. He had the elbow. Oh! Kageura in trouble now, but he felt that he was in trouble, so he directly rolled over to his front. But a good attempt from the Finnish fighter. What can you say about Kageura? He's a technical, really good fighter, but he just lacks a bit of strength, especially because he's one of the smaller fighters, same as Bashayev. And Puimalainen is giving him a real hard time. Now the shoulder throw in. And the elbow, that's what we saw in his fight against Spijkers. This transition from standing to the groundwork. Jumps in with the shoulder throw and afterwards straight into the Newaza. A few good attempts here now by Kageura. Well, I think it's time for a penalty for Puimalainen. A few good attempts now from the Japanese. Well, that was not the best attempt, but I think he gets away with it. Let's see. Yep. After a few good attempts, he built up a little bit of credits. Kageura, he goes for the long run. He's not taking too much risk. They're fighting with their heads really close. And again, a deep shoulder throw from Kageura. Was it enough? Puimalainen rolled over on the other side. Hand out, elbow out. No, I think no score. You can hear the breathing of the athletes. Yeah, Wazari on the board. And immediately Puimalainen comes close. This is, of course, for Kageura the best timing you can get. Just with few more seconds to go. The Sumigaeshi attempt from Puumalainen, and then you know you're on your back with your opponent on top of you. It's difficult to stand up then. 8 seconds to go. One more approach from Puumalainen, but Kageura was waiting for it with this great Kouchigari. On one side, good judo. It's Kageura. We will see him in the semi-final. Puumalainen, he will be fighting Kamo in the repechage, but this Finnish fighter is doing an excellent job today. He gave it all. We have a 15 minutes break, and then we'll continue with the semi-finals and the repechage fights. So with this excellent Kouchigari on one side from Kageura, we will be back in 15 minutes.
Representing Togo,
Julien, fais-la réagir avec de la manche. Reste bien dans la tête.
And a Hansokumaki. And there you get it, the finish of that repechage match. Tolofu takes the win for France and will go in to compete for the bronze medal a little bit later on. But I think that was a foregone conclusion with this match. She has been absolutely exceptional throughout the day, and someone that you've just got to keep an eye on in the future, because I think there's going to be some really big medals coming from this young lady. And here's some of the highlights. That Oso Tagari, beautifully executed, and there's no question about that and who is performance and who's on form. Good control of that sleeve, the lapel nicely placed.
Welcome to the white security, representing Cuba, two-time world champion, London Olympic Games champion, Rio silver medalist, and Beijing bronze medalist.
So now we come, well, this is going to be a very interesting match indeed.
Representing Japan, 2018 world champion, Asahina.
World champion Asahina. And also another former world champion, Ortiz. Now, this is going to be an exceptional match between the battle of two very, very strong and competent athletes over the time have reigned. We have Ortiz, that is a consistent medalist on the World Tour and at World Championships and Olympic Games. And in my thoughts, as one of the reigning queens of this weight category, due to her consistency of being on the top of this circuit. Ashahina, one of the younger ones coming through, that's always showed great potential, world champion, and won't be going to the Olympic Games this time, but I'm quite sure that she has already set her sights on 2024 in Paris. 24 years of age, the Japanese athlete, but picks up a Shido. Asahina, well, no surprise, the slow start of this match. Both athletes being a little bit tentative here, coming out, and neither one of them wants to make a mistake. Asahina with the sasai, she really does manage to move her opponents, and there you have it, brings Ortiz to her knees. Two and a half minutes remaining in the contest. Well, this was never going to be an easy match. One of the most horrible ones. For me, you're looking at a gold and silver medal. This is a final match, not a semi-final. It's a shame that both of them are in the same half. And, well, only one will go through. The other one will have to sort of take an opportunity of third place. Head-to-head crunching here, lapel, double lapel grip for Asahina. She draws on her opponent, but as we said, she's got a very strong sasai that brings Ortiz the first time to her knees. But if she gets a little bit more movement on that, she could take her over, which we have seen with many times with other opponents today for that Wazari, and then she follows down into transition nicely as well. Hasn't got the ippon from it yet, but her transition into the niwaza is very sharp indeed. She also has that osotogari, but whether she will attempt this on Ortiz is another thing. Ortiz comes in with that seanagi, drops a bit short on her entry. Two shidos apiece. Now, either one of them makes a false attack or doesn't engage in this last minute and a half, will pay the penalty and be out of the semi-final. Like I said, I don't think there's any surprises here. This was always going to be a close-up shop, and neither one of them wanting to open up. It's now about who's going to be gutsy enough to really change the tactics that they went in with at the beginning of this contest. Ortiz, both of them tried the sasai. Ortiz also almost lost her balance on that one. Surprised that Asahina didn't follow or try to follow down into the ground.
Oh, now.
Well, the lack of movement, the intensity between these two athletes. Ortiz takes the high collar grip. Sasai attempt from Asahina. Ouchigari there from Ortiz. As she battles her on the edge of the contest area, not a good position to be in because it just restricts your direction of movement. Now we're into golden score, two shidos apiece. Will someone change the dynamics of this contest? Will they change their game plan? Both athletes pretty predictable throughout the last 4 minutes and very predictable to one another. No major surprises. And now, if someone really wants to go through, they've got to just change this game plan. Asahina just given a little bit of a show with the head and shoulder. Looking to get a reaction out of Ortiz. At the moment, the tactic's not working. Ortiz staying very strong and very firmly in that position, a locked-in position of a head-to-head crunch in there. Asahina tries to drive across there for the sase, but doesn't get much movement from Ortiz. Well, it's getting closer and closer to a referee making the decision in this semi-final. It's not something you really want to see happening in a semi-final, especially against two phenomenal athletes that have done so well throughout the day to go out on a Hansokimaki. Both athletes have had convincing wins right through the different stages of this World Championships. And you just want this to finish on a high rather than the decision being made by a referee. Ortiz climbing over that head there, trying to get a deeper grip on the back. Well, which do you make? Is it a double Shido? We've only seen it once before where both athletes have been disqualified. Not a call I'd like to make, because I didn't think neither one of them really played a more dominant role within that last minute. Yep, and they're going to let it go. Well, I think that's a wise decision, because I wouldn't have been able to decide who wasn't doing enough. Asahina with that right hand on the lapel, the head crunching again. You would think a little change of pace might help to move Ortiz, who stays firmly in the fixed position. And as you can see, just a swipe of the leg really isn't a technique. It's more to get a reaction from their opponent. Well, it's not looking the most prettiest of judo, I must admit, but am I surprised? No. Ortiz tries to step across. Asahina uses the power that she got and the break of the balance of Ortiz in the right direction, scoring a Wazari and a place in the final of the plus 78 kilo category. Ortiz will go into that repechage final where she has got a chance of a bronze medal, and this is a match that could go either way. And now my colleague Dennis van der Gies will be taking over to cover the men's plus 100s.
World champion Asahina goes to the final.
Immediately
Tatami 2, the repechage for men over 100 kilograms in one category.
The repechage for men over 100 kilograms. Rachimov from Tajikistan, Roy Meijer from the Netherlands. Shoulder throw on the right-hand side from Meijer. Strong start of his repechage fight. Rachimov, the taller opponent of the two. He likes to have the overhand grip. But Roy Meijer has quite a good stance at the moment with his right arm. And you know that if Rachimov will throw his left arm over, that's also a chance for Roy Meijer to jump in with the shoulder throws. Uchimata attempt there by Rachimov.
Both receiving. We know that Rafael Silva
Uchimata straight into the Seonage, jumped on his knees. Not the best attempt, but good enough. You saw Rachimov, he had to do something to break the grips.
left-handed. He's the last person to beat the great Teddy Riner. So he doesn't like frontline fighting. Uchimata there from Silva. This would be a real coup actually to get Gura through.
Uchimata from Rachimov. Lifting the right leg of Roy Meijer high in the air. Roy Meijer has the right arm on the lapel, but you can see Rachimov is getting a bit closer. Shoulder throw again, but it was easy to defend for Rachimov. Just walked to the right side, just walked out of it. Double lapel now for the Tajikistan fighter. Again, Uchimata from the Dutchman. Rachimov also looking to make the enter with his left leg. There it is on the other side. That was close. Roy Meijer was waiting for the Uchimata, but he changed and attacked Meijer on his left leg with the Haragoshi. Double lapel also now for Roy Meijer. Puts in Uchimata, but the gap is just too big. You can see Rachimov, he's so much taller. But a few good attempts from Meijer though. If you want to give a penalty, then this is the moment. And you will give it to Rachimov, but he gets away with it. But he knows he has to do something now. Uchimata again turned straight. I think that's the score, but now there is a big chance of Roy Meijer, but the time was ticking away. It's Uchimata Is this a score or not? Well, we've seen this with the arm. It's debatable. They are talking about it. But it was just in the last few seconds. So if it's a Wazari, then Roy Meijer, yes, he won the fight, Roy Meijer. And I think the right decision. This was a counter. And Roy Meijer, he's in the bronze medal contest. Uchimata, but the control of the arm from Roy Meijer counter-attacked him. Well, this looked a bit like what happened before with the Japanese in the 90s, but that was a bit more debatable. This was Wazari for sure for the Dutchman. The semi-final on this side, Bashayev from the Russian Judo Federation, Salishvili from Georgia. The last time they fought each other was in Tel Aviv this year. It was Zaleshvili who won that fight. Both athletes have a penalty on the board now for non-attacking. Of course, there's a lot at stake here. It's the semi-final. If you win this fight, you know you have a medal for sure at the World Championships. Well, they both medaled in the juniors. The change of direction. It was Bashayev who brought in the right leg. And Salishvili tried to counter him. I'm waiting for this big right throw on both sleeves from Salishvili. I know he can do it, but it's Bashayev who also knows it, of course. Where does it go? Well, rotated completely Bashayev. It's Bashayev who looks the more active one in the semi-final, and that's why Zalishvili picks up another penalty. And again, a good attempt. Yes, there was Ari on the board for Bashayev. So he did this one before, and again, out of the gripping situation, he jumped in with the Kosoto Kage, or the Kouchi Kage. So on one side, really deep in, and because he had this grip on one side, it was impossible for Salishvili to counter him. So there was Ari on the board for the Russian. All or nothing situation here for Salishvili. 2 penalties on the board. Wazari down. Bashayev avoided the fight. He felt the power of Salishvili. When he has the right arm over, then he's so dangerous. He will do it again, of course, but can Bashayev hold the gap? Can he throw in one more shoulder throw? That's enough. He just stands up. If he should jump on Salishvili and rolled him over, trying to be active in the Tachiwaza, you win like 10, 15, sometimes 20 seconds. Again, the shoulder throw. The Russian coach applauding for Bashayev. Yes, this was a good attack. Oh, and again the shoulder throw. Yes, here it is. It was Salishvili. He had to do something, so he came straight forward to Bashayev. But then you also know you're in danger. The shoulder throws of Bashayev are that good. And especially when you're walking towards him, that's was completely in the plan for Bashayev. 2 Wazaris. He's in his first final.
The winner of the semi-final contest for men in heavyweight category.
And in the final, he will be facing Kageura from Japan. The 2 smallest fighters of the day. They did it through all the heavyweights, straight into the final. Roy Meyer, he will be fighting Rafael Silva from Brazil, Roy Meyer from the Netherlands. This was a good Koichigage. On one side, Como, he will fight Zalashvili, the other bronze medal contest, and then the final. Bashayev gets his spot in the final with this Seonage and Kageura. We will meet again at 5 o'clock for the final block. Bye-bye for now.
Contest today in the preliminaries. We remind you that
Well, good afternoon and welcome to our roundup of all the action from the preliminaries on day 7, this final day of individual competition here at the Judo World Championships. And I'm delighted to be standing alongside Loretta Kusatdal, a former world champion, who can tell us all about what we've seen. Loretta, let's begin with the under 78 kilo category.
Well, it was a good, interesting competition, really, up to now for this weight category. You had 40 competitors. There's obviously 1 or 2 that are not here, but those that were the likes of Ortiz as the number 1 seed coming into this competition was strong right from the word go. The biggest challenge was Asahina in that semi-final, and that was what we would expect, a very closed shop contest. Neither one of them were giving much away, but when it actually come down to it, in the golden score, they managed to Asahina managed to then defeat Ortiz, who will go now down and fight away for a bronze medal. Now, Asahina's looked on form. Her sasais are working extremely well for her. She's been bringing the larger women down by just using her ashiwazas, and her transition again, like we always expect with the Japanese, are extremely fast and very precise. And this is what's been a sort of winning ingredient for her today. And I think this is what we're going to be looking for in the final. But in that final, she's going to come against a teammate from Japan. And they have fought each other before. Tomita they've had one each, a head-to-head as far as wins. The last time they came together was in Tokyo for the Osaka it was for the Grand Slam, and that's where Asina had won. That was in 2019. But before that was back in 2015, and the roles reversed there. So it's one each, but I think the person that's on form and the one that is so hungry and that desire and has that youth behind her is obviously Asahina. So for me, that's the prediction of that final. Bronze medal, well, I would say that you've got Atherman and Ortiz. Now, we spoke about this earlier on, that we had looked at the head-to-heads and they have competed against each other 16 times, and Ortiz has beaten her every time. So you've got to say she's got to be quietly confident when she comes out for that bronze medal. If it all goes wrong, well, do you know, that's definitely an amazing win for the Brazilian. So again, we've got to see, will it be 17 or will it be 16-1? So that's something we've got to look for.
And in the second bronze medal contest, who have we got there?
Tolofua from France, for me, is my bet. Watching her, she's quite a tall but very, very strong athlete. She comes over with the right hand high on the collar. Those legs step right across for an osotogari. She's deadly on that. When she gets the grip, high collar or deep on the back, she is very, very dangerous. Good gripping style and very powerful in her entry to her attacks. She follows right through and she's unstoppable if she gets two hands on. And that'll be the danger for Souza, and that's something she's got to watch. If she stands still with her and she allows her to come over the top, it's all over and done with.
Okay, that's the lineup that we've got for you in the plus 78 kilo category. Let's take a look at how things went in the plus 100 kilo category.
Well, Bashiev was the number one seed coming into this World Championships, and no surprises, he's in the final. This is somewhere you had Rafael Silva, who again was the number two. He fell to Kagura in that semi-final. Again, it was a really interesting match, and part of me is a little bit disappointed for Silva, because I just thought if he'd got any chance of getting in that final, this was the year to do it. And but sadly, Kagura, he was on form. Again, he was very, very strong. He was one of the top four seeds, and so there's no surprise him being in that final. It's going to be very interesting between those two. But I think Bashiev, for me, is someone that's just that little bit sharper, and I think he might just come through. But again, you can't write either one of these two athletes off for that number one spot. They're both great judo players. Right,
you mentioned Tamerlan Bashayev, you mentioned Rafael Silva and Kageura Kokoro. What happened to our number four seed, Gela Zalashvili of Georgia, the 21-year-old Georgian?
Well, he fell from Bashiev, so no surprise.
In that semi-final.
In the semi-final, so that was the sort of stumbling hurdle for him. But he is there with Camo. He's there in for a bronze medal. He's in for a chance for a place on that podium, and so we can't write him off. And to be honest, when you look at the lineup, there was 32 athletes participating in this weight category, and there was some strong athletes in the mix. So to be on that podium after everything that we've seen and the quality of athletes that's participated, that will be a good result with the lead up to the Olympic Games.
I've got some concerns for Gela Zalashvili when it comes to the bronze medal contest with Iachiv Kamo, simply because of the physique and the style of Iachiv Kamo. It's very similar to Tamerlan Bashayev. This is not one of those big, typical super heavyweights. There's lots of movement, nice throwing skills, and I think that Gela Zalashvili, for two reasons, is going to suit Iachiv Kamo. One, he is a genuine super heavyweight, Gela Zalashvili, and the other thing is he's coming after this, really deflating loss that he's just had. in the semi-final. He's going to have a little bit of trouble, bouncing back and coming back against Kamo. A little bit tricky, this one for him, I think.
But what you can't write off is that he is so agile. Very flexible, he's sharp and he's fast, especially with the heavyweights. And if he can move them and he gets in with that Seoinage, he's unstoppable. So, like you say, it all depends if he can move. If he can move the athlete and he can get underneath them, then we can see, I think, a quick win. If he can do that in the opening.
Right, okay, we've got that to look forward to at 5 o'clock. It's about 4.5 hours. Yeah, we've got quite a long break today. We look forward to your company at 5 o'clock, but from Larissa Kusatdola and myself, it's bye-bye for now.
Come on, dear.